Just a moment. Right. Okay. Now we will see. Now you will understand it. What is the database client? What is the database server? And what is an SQL? This is very, very basic terminology. Okay. Now, how to install Oracle? So go to the Oracle website. Just go to the Google and just type the Oracle. You will see the Oracle site. Just type Oracle download. You will navigate to the Oracle websites. Okay. So here in top downloads page, you can see the database downloads. Right. So just click on the database download. 12c is the latest version of Oracle. There is 9.8, 10G, 11G, and 12c is the latest. Now you come to the download page, software downloads. So here, these are all Java kind of stuff, and this is the database. Exactly, this is the database. Now, if you see here, it will show so many versions are available. See this Oracle 10G Enterprise and Standard Editions, and Oracle 10G Express Edition. So Express Edition is always a license required. Express Edition is required license. Okay, and you need to download this one, Oracle 11G Enterprise or Standard Editions. Just click on this. Okay, if you see here, it will show many. I'll copy this. Later you can refer this. Downloading Oracle. This is the link, right? So now go here, or else I'll copy this in MS Word. You can see the screenshots. Right. So now here, okay, here you need to. This is my URL. Okay, here you need to select this one. In database section, this is Oracle 11G Enterprise and Standard Edition, Oracle 11G Express Edition. Express Edition is a license based again. Okay, and then you go for the database 11G Enterprise and Standard Edition. I'll take the screenshot. In this, go for this. Okay, and then click on this, and now we will get this. Okay. I think the latest in downloads will be available. If you go for older ones, also available. 11G is also available, and better to download 11G because 12C required a lot of space, because that much space is not required actually. And also in 12C there are a lot more advanced features. We are not going to learn those concepts actually. So only for DBA perspective. Okay, but 11G is enough for us. So go here, Oracle 11G release 2. Here, if you go here Microsoft Windows. So again, Oracle can be installed on Windows, or else we can install on Linux, Unix. It supports all environments. Okay, so here go for Microsoft Windows. If your Windows is 64-bit, then you need to download this file, 64-bit. And if your Windows is 32-bit, then you go for the first one. Usually nowadays all the VMs machines are 64-bit. Okay, so now we go here. Okay, copy this, either 32-bit or 64-bit based upon your machine. How you will know whether your machine is 64-bit and 32-bit? Go to the computers and you can see the properties. Okay, just go to the My Computer properties. Computer properties. Now it will show here Windows 7 64-bit. If it is your 32-bit, it will show the x84, something like this. Other than 64-bit, it will show anything else that is a 32-bit. Okay, so now based upon the bit, you need to download that particular part, and you will get the some installation, some zip kind of file. Okay, so if you already downloaded, then I'll put it in the Google Drive. Okay, directly you can download from there. Okay, So now I'll also send one video for installation. There are so many videos are available in the YouTube also. So just you can go to the Google YouTube. Just type YouTube. Go to the YouTube and just YouTube video install Oracle 11G database. Just type like this and directly you go for video, right? So they will show clearly step by step. Just you can follow them, how to install a database and how to see this. So same page, right? Whatever the page I have shown you, same page. So now they will download. This will take around 1.5 hour time for installing the database server. See this. But before that, what is the important point is, if you want to download that particular file, you have to sign up. Okay, it will ask your user ID and username and password and like. So once you sign up, then only you can download this server. That is a free sign up. Okay, that's what here it is showing. So you need to enter all the stuff. So see this Oracle 11 installation windows. You can go through some videos. See this. This is all installation process. They will show the step-by-step process clearly. Just go through this. Okay, I'll send this link also. Installation steps. Installation will take a lot of time actually. Maybe Oracle will take 40-45 minutes. Right now, so this is a downloading stuff. Just you try to download, or else I will put the G drive. Just you can unzip the file and just click on exe file. It will start installation. And if you have any doubts in between installation, just watch this video. That video will explain very much clearly. Okay. Now, so now once we install the database, what kind of files we will get? So you will get one folder like this. So I have 10G, 11G something, 11G. I have some clients. Okay, you will get the folder like this. So if you expand this folder, you will get an application development. So this is very important for us. Okay, application development. Here in application developer, it will show you two clients. SQL developer is an UI client, GUI client, and SQL Plus is a command client. SQL Plus is a command line interface. As I said, right? So client is in two modes. Database client is used for interacting with the database. That is like an interface, and it can be a CLI or GUI mode. So here even SQL developer is also will come automatically. See this here. You go here. SQL developer is also come automatically, right? So this is a software. In 11G, if you download and install 11G, maybe SQL developer you will not get, but it is, we are getting this default with 12C software, not with 11C. I don't think so. But if you don't get this SQL developer, what you can do is again go to the same site. Here on the same site, go to the downloads again. Here SQL developer, you can see separate file. Just that is also one zip file. So you can go here, developer tools. Here you can see the SQL developer tool. This is a SQL developer. So you can just download only this and I can install. This is just like again this is related to again Windows 64-bit or 32-bit. Just you can download, and this is simply exe file. Okay, so you can install this separately. But if you install 12C, you will automatically get this. This is the client. This is required. Again, this is the GUI client. Okay, and but some more days we will see completely on the GUI side, and later time I will explain even CLI also, how to we can run the commands using CLI. Okay, so now this is a installation and setting up process. Now once you install the Oracle software, you will get these folders. Under application development, you will see two clients, SQL Developer and SQL Plus. And if you install server, you will see other folders also. This and all you will see, Oracle installation products, everything you will see. And our intention is, this is a more intention. Application development is required. Here, if you want to interact the database, if you want to write queries and everything in UI part, you can go for the SQL Developer, or else you go for the SQL Plus. Right? Just to create the shortcut for SQL Developer like this. Right? Now, what we can do here is just open this SQL Developer. I already opened this. 1 minute. You need to open this SQL Developer. Now I open the SQL Developer. So by default, just a moment, what I can do is I'll copy the connection details. I'll try to connect to remote database server actually. Okay, let me copy the connection details. Actually, so if I want to connect to the database, what I require is connecting to the database. So if I want to connect to the database, either it can be local or remote location, I need some details. For Oracle, what details are required? I required the host name. The first thing is the host name I required. So host name, what is a host name? Host is nothing but wherever the database server is installed, that is called as a host name. That machine name, every machine has its own name. Or we can provide some IP also. If it is a network, we can provide an IP, or directly we can specify the host name. How we will know the host name? Go to the computer again, properties. So here you can see the computer name, right? This is the computer name. So that name we should provide. Or if your database server is installed in your local machine, in your same laptop, in that case you can provide simple local host. Host name can be this one. Or if it is a local, directly you can put like local. You can put like local host. You can put local host if it is your same machine. Or if it is a remote machine, you need to copy the host name or IP address. This is the first thing we require. And then we need a port number is required. For every database, these are the common details. We need a port number is required. This is required. Usually by default, Oracle port number will be 1521. Default port number. And we need SID or service name. In both the SID and service name, at least one we require. And both are same actually. So SID will be the Oracle 11G. And also service name, if I want to provide service name, like this we have to provide. Dot, there will be some URL like this. So this is become the service name again. Either we should provide SID or service name. SID is nothing but service ID. Service ID. This is SID. These are my database details. Okay. And SID can be changed. This is not a static word actually. Based while installing the software, that will ask you provide SID. That time, whatever you provide the SID, that should be provided. So while installing the software, you need to copy these details. That is very much important. Okay. After installation is done, so then if you don't remember the SID, that is very much difficult later. Okay. While installation itself, you need to copy the data, whatever data you are entering while installation, you need to write the data into some notebook or some text file. Okay, once installation is completed, you require these details to connect to the database. That is more important, right? So host name is required. Host name refers to wherever the database server is located, and port is required. Every database having a port, that port is required. And SID is only for Oracle. SID will not be there for other databases. Okay, SID is only for Oracle. And apart from these three, we need a username and password. Username and password. username and password. Let me check whether any other user is present or not. 1 minute. 1521 is a port. If I use HR is present, that is fine. Right, HR is there. Okay, now I'm going to use a username called HR. Okay, I created this user. Okay, you can create our own users. I'll tell you everything later. Okay, so now these are the connection details we required if you want to connect to the database. Right, so now what I can do here is close all SQL developer stuff. Now whatever the client comes from the database installation, I'll open that SQL developer client. Application development, under this we have SQL developer, right? So go to this SQL developer. Oh, it will ask for Java path actually. So in latest version of SQL developer it doesn't ask. So what you can do is, if your SQL developer first time you are invoking, sometimes it will ask the Java path because it requires some Java if you want this invoke. Otherwise sometimes by default it will get some Java. Okay, so what you can do here is just you need to browse. So in your machine somewhere the Java will be present. Go to the C drive and go to the program files. Java is there, right? So somewhere, so go to the JRE and 7 bin. Go to the Java exe, just open this, just click on OK. Install on path, cannot. Okay, go to some other location. Go here, application development, here, browse. This is only JRE, we need JDK. Yeah, go to the Java 7, yes, this one, bin. JDK lib, not lib. Okay, Java version has not been certified. Only Java version is not certified. Continue anyway. Just click on the S versus rest. Okay, this is older version actually. This SQL developer is older version, but still no problem. You can continue with this. Click on S. Now it start. This is a little old version actually. It's a 2012. It is open. Import preference not required. No. Now yes. So if you download the latest version of SQL developer, it will not ask anything because by default it will get the Java. Okay. So now cancel this. Now see this. This is a SQL developer UI. When you open the first time, you will get like this. This is SQL developer UI and this is a home page. Close this. Okay, by default you don't have any connections here. This is a just client. Okay, now I have a client and now I have a database which is installed in a remote location, and also I have some details here. This is my connection details. Now I need to provide these details to connect to the database. How to connect to the database? Just right click on the connections or else just click on the plus button, right? So here give some connection name or some Oracle 11G. It can be any name. This is optional. Whatever name you want to put, you can put this. But other details should be correct. So here my username is HR, password is HR, and my Oracle is present on this particular machine. This is remotely located. And now by default port is 1521. And what is my SID? My SID is Oracle 11G. This is my SID. Now if I want to save this password with the connection, just select the password. Next time you no need to enter the username password while connection. This is one time job. Okay, just click on the test. The test is successful, so connected. So if you save, what happens is it will add one more node here. So next time onwards you no need to enter all the details. Just click on the cancel now. So it added one node, right? So next time onwards, just you come here, just right click and connect. That's it. Don't enter every time. Just automatically it will connect to the database, and also it will show all the tables, views, indexes, packages, which are all these are all the different kinds of tables which are present on the Oracle 11G database. Also different stuff is available. This is all different stuff in the 11G. And also if you want to add, so this is the window. Here we need to execute all the SQL commands. Okay, so now If I want to disconnect this, just right click on disconnect and close this window. If you want to add one more node, also I can add. Just click on here, again add one more stuff, and again one more node it will add here. This is the way to work with the SQL developer. And now just connect. It opens a window, right? I have some tables here. So here I have different kinds of tables which I already created. Then how we interact? Suppose if I type font increase chestanu, just a moment. Right. Select suppose star from employee. This is not case sensitive, okay? So you can type in small letters as well as you can type in capital letters. It is not, and also it should end with a semicolon. This is a syntax. So now if I give this command, so this will give us the data which is retrieved from the database. That is retrieved from the database. So this is how we can interact with the database through database client. Okay. Now this is a basic understanding of client. Okay. Now what I can do here is, this is my connection details. Now we talk about SQL. What is SQL? SQL is a language used to communicate with the database object. So what type of commands are available under SQL? There are different types of commands are available under SQL. So what are those commands? So SQL language commands. It divided into again sub languages. Okay. The first one is DDL. DDL. What is data? Data definition language. Data definition language. And the second thing is DML. Data manipulation language. Data manipulation language. And third one, DRL or DQL. What is DRL? Data retrieval language. And based upon the kind of commands, see this, if you want to create a table, drop a table, okay, definition level. So all the definition level commands are grouped together, put it into one kind of category. That is called DDL. And if you want to manipulate some data, or if you want to insert, or if you want to delete something, so those kind of commands are grouped together and put it in one category. And DRL and DQL, so data retrieving. For data retrieving, we will use only one command, that is select command. So that command is a part of DRL or DQL. So data retrieval language, data retrieval language, or data query language. Data query language. This is one category, and another category is TCL. Transactional or transaction control language. And one more category, DCL, data control language. Data control language. So these are all different 5 categories the SQL is divided. So SQL language is divided into based upon the activities. So data definition, it says it contains only the definition commands like creating command, dropping the table, creating a table. So those kind of commands will be the DDL contents. And DML means data manipulation. So these commands, these set of commands will work on only on data, like updating data or inserting data or deleting the data. So these kind of activities, these kind of commands comes under the DML. and DRL or DQL, data retrieval language or data query language. So data retrieval in the sense already data is present, just we are getting the data, so retrieving the data. So we have a select command that comes under the DRL or DQL. There is another command called TCL, transaction control language. What is transaction control language means? Suppose if you have a table, we are inserting 10 records and we have updated some records and we need to save that particular at that particular point. So for controlling the transactions, so for that kind of activities we will use a TCL. And DCL, data control language. So data control language in the sense, suppose I have a table with some data, I want to give the table to the another user on the same database. And also I want to give some permissions on my table, then he can use my table. He can use select and he can get the data from my table. Until unless I provide permissions on my table, other users cannot access the table. So also permissions I can give the multiple levels. I can give only select permission, or also I can give only the update permission, or I can give only the delete permission. If I give delete permission, what will happen? The user can delete the table itself. So I can give only select permission. So if I provide only select permission, what will happen? He can only select or view the data. He cannot corrupt the data. So that kind of activities we can do using commands. Those are all comes under the data control language. DDL, DML, DRL or DQL, TCL and DCL, transaction control language and data control language. So these are all the different types of commands are there under SQL. Now we will see what are the commands are there under this category. DDL, data definition language. So the command itself says data definition. So what is a data definition? Definition in the sense we need to creation or alteration or deletion or renaming the table. So those are called definition level activities, right? So it has a certain commands. Create is a one command. Alter is a one command. Already table is created, but I want to alter something because I want to rename the column or I want to add one more column to the table. So those are all definition level activities. So alter is a one command, and also if you want to drop or if you want to delete the complete table, then we have a drop command, and also we have a truncate command. Also we have a rename command. So these are all the commands which are all doing the same kind of activities. So all together comes under the DDL, data definition language. And there is, what is the use of DDL? What is the use of DDL? So it is a collection of 5 commands: create, alter, drop, truncate and rename. Using these commands we can do the definition level activities. Now one more category is DML, data manipulation language. So under this, what are the different commands will come? Data manipulation, it says clearly data manipulation. What is manipulation? Inserting or updating or deleting. So these kind of activities comes under the DML, right? So here insert is one command used for inserting the data. So these all commands works only on the data, not definition. Okay, so inserting the data, so insert is a one command. And if you want to update the data, so that is update is a one command. And if you want to delete some rows or if you want to delete some kind of data, we have a delete command. Okay, so these are all commands comes under the DML, data manipulation language. Insert, update and delete, DML operations. These are called DML operations. Basically these commands are works on data. Now another command is DRL or DQL, DRL or DQL commands. So here we have only one command, and in previous days people are called select is also part of DML, but that is a different kind of command. So they have created one more category under DRL and DQL. We have a select command. So this is only for selecting the data from the database. And apart from this, we have a TCL, transaction control language. we are going to learn all these commands, okay, step by step. So transaction control language. So under transaction control language, we have 3 commands. Commit is one command. Rollback. These are all not case sensitive. You can give all small letters commands, or you can give all capital letters, or you can give mixed. No issues. One more command is rollback command, and one more is save point. Save point. So these 3 commands comes under the TCL, transaction control language. And finally, we have a DCL command. Okay, so DCL, data control language. So under data control language, we have only 2 commands, grant and revoke. As I said, DCL commands are used for giving some permissions on our tables to the different users. Granting the permission. Grant is used for granting the some privileges or permissions on our tables or objects to the other users. And if you want to take back permission from the other users, then we can go for the revoke command. Whatever grants we have provided to the user, if you want to get back to those grants, we will use a revoke command. So these are all commands are part of DDL, DML, DRL or DQL, TCL or DCL, data control language. So these are all again part of SQL. So learning SQL means learning all these commands, how we can work with these commands. Okay, is it clear?